End of today's farm report. Crop pests may not be something that producers think about in late December, but as Dan Martins with the University of Minnesota Extension points out, insecticide resistance is a problem that will need to be addressed.
I'm paging through some notes today from the Crop Pest Short Course held in Minneapolis earlier in December. This conference is a joint effort of Minnesota Extension and the Minnesota Crop Production Retailers Association. Dr. Jeff Gore from Mississippi State talked about insecticide resistance related to the example of tarnished plant bugs ruining the cotton crop. It was interesting to see how we need to apply many of the same principles in how we deal with resistance issues here. Cotton growers in his areas can expect to spray the cotton crop 6 or 7 times, and in a bad year, maybe as many as 15. Because the Bt trait in cotton had significantly reduced the need to spray for boll weevils, and several insecticides were effective on other insects, by the year 2000, many cotton growers had reduced their insecticide costs to as little as $20 per acre. Then farmers started growing more corn and soybeans, and these crops were a source of tarnished plant bugs that would migrate into cotton fields and do significant damage to the crop. During this time, the tarnished plant bug also started showing resistance to key insecticides that were used to control them. So now they are back to spending $140 to $200 per acre, primarily to control tarnished plant bugs. The best products now provide only 50 to 60 to 70% control. He pointed out that discovering a pesticide with a new mode of action is very difficult and would likely be difficult to get approval. So using integrated pest management or IPM practices is a must. The tarnished plant bug problem would not be managed by just spraying more. More spraying really meant more resistance and faster. One strategy with cotton is to get the crop in the field and off the field in as short a time as possible. This might mean accepting a lower yield, but when the crop has more exposure time to the insects will destroy more yield than what would be lost with a shorter season cotton crop. They try to manage to protect beneficial insects. Here again, time is a key. With a longer season crop like cotton, tarnished plant bugs have a good chance of getting ahead of the beneficial insects. Scouting is a critical management practice. It is the basis to holding off on a spray decision before it is necessary. They also look at planting patterns and how cotton fields are located relative to corn and soybean fields. Dr. Gore pointed out that the long, warm, southern growing season really gives insects a significant advantage in surviving, multiplying, and doing serious damage to crops. Using integrated pest management practices is the best chance they have to manage resistance issues and hang on to products that still have some value along with other management practices. Dr. Gore said, the most expensive insecticide application is the one that doesn't work. The same could be said for herbicides and fungicides and other inputs used for growing crops. So we talk about the 4 R's: the right product, right rate, right time, right methods. These concepts also serve us well in dealing with the prospects of tighter crop budgets in 2016. I'm Dan Martins with U of M Extension, and I hope your day is going well.